Hello, I'm Agathis and I'm online and we are playing Sunless Sea. Welcome back. We are at Mount Palmerston. We know this because it says it in big letters here. This is the strange volcano around which various devils and devilesses have emerged. And we're talking with the Claddery Heir, the mysterious surgeon woman who boarded our ship a long time ago. One of the earliest officers I got, I think. She revealed to us that her mother operated on London's bazaar. The bazaar, is it a marketplace or is it a living thing? We're never really quite sure. But we did let her operate on a postman earlier. So let's ask her a little bit more about what happened during that surgery her mother performed. An awkward inheritance. Mother experimented on the lobe various ways, with Mr. Iron bringing her new implements. It wanted to be on the move, however, and in the end she put it on a ship, or built a ship around it, the Claddery Heart, but it got away from her. We've seen the Claddery Heart. It's a ship. It's down in... It's down south somewhere. It's Claddery Heart is in Port Carnelian. So I know where it is. We've already seen. So where is the Claddery Heart now? And would she care to claim her inheritance? Well, I know where it is. Too casual. Last my mother's heard, it was in Adam's Way, or somewhere further into the Elder Continent. It might still be seaworthy. In its day, it was a most unusual ship. Do I want it back? I try not to want anything too much. But if you cared to travel in that direction, I could hardly stop you. When you wait long enough, she says a little more. I avoid obsessions myself. But I know one of these days I'll have to operate on myself. Remove some desire that has gotten too unwieldy. You can remove that with surgery? Wow. So now, the Claddery Heir is now seeking knowledge of the Claddery Heart in Adam's Way. Have we done this with her father? Let's do this now. A skeptical expression. Did he offer proof? Did he look familiar? Did he know secrets about her mother that no one else could have known? Did you ever see under his face under all those bandages? Did you even hear his real voice? He could have been anyone. He could have been looking for the Claddery Heir's inheritance and using you to find out more. Then she avoids you for a day or two, which is not easy at sea. Oh, it's now 2. Is that worse? I'm not sure. Maybe that's worse. Maybe we screwed something up there. We could push her to meeting her father. That's a high-risk challenge. Try to convince her that her father is not Mr. Iron. She is clinging to this idea. That's risky. No. Okay, well. Let her have her experiment. She has expressed an interest in experimenting with the content of a long box. Well, if we get one, we'll let her know. And if we find a prisoner, we can give it to her. And we could give her a Blemigan, if we get one of those. Or a white molliflower. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on. I don't think there's anything else for us here. Off we go. And if we see any lifebergs, we're definitely going to kill them. Let's dive. Deeper, deeper. I mean, obstruction. There's no obstruction. Whoa, what's this? No, that's a merchant ship. We're okay. Go away. An obstruction prevents us. Is it you? Get out of my way. Oh, no, 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 no. What was that? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, I just healed my hull. Okay. Wow. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to press the T button. I must have pressed R by mistake. Wow, that used up all our supplies. Damn. That was probably the most expensive way to... Oh, Anther. Is this a port? Anther. Isn't that where we're supposed to be looking to find the secret of immortality? Dock. Anther. They call it the City of Flowers, but the flowers are crystal. Spiral matrices grown on the walls of Anthean caves. The inhabitants of Anther are at least partly crystal too. They call it going sharp, becoming more perfect and clearer and colder. Study the chambers of Anther, wander where you can, gain a preliminary understanding of the place. That's the only thing we can do. We have to do that before we do a port report, so that makes sense. You can... Oh, wow. You can buy... Sapphire, Scintillac, whatever that is. Okay. Those who go sharp. The inhabitants of Anther go sharp. Not all at once, but piece by piece they turn to crystal. They sort themselves by sharpness too. The sharp-handed cluster with others of their kind, ignoring the keen-footed and the brittle-waisted. To progress through Anther is to take on more and more of these attributes, to enter the deeper chambers restricted by sharp style. Choose which chambers you would most like to discover. The Antheans speak of a woman named Rosina, dying of a curious disease and sequestered among the sharp-spleened. Oh. So, consider my own condition. Should you go sharp, or have you already taken on sharpness that you now regret? Right. Let's take our port report at least. The Admiralty will want stories of this place. Access to Anther is restricted by type of sharpness. Those who are sharp in the ears do not necessarily mingle with the sharp-tongued. As for the inhabitants who are sharp throughout their full bodies, they don't circulate much. There is said to be a cavern, broad and shallow-floored, where the perfectly sharp grow old together. They aren't capable of anyone else's company anymore. At least, that's what you're told, and you can hardly go and ask. At any rate, they are more like glowing crystals than like people, slowly expanding and bonding with the rock. Good to know. Well, let's consider our own condition. Should we go sharp? Learning and rumour. Consult the woman with the cubical eyes. Learn how to accept the blessings that Anther offers. Determine what is best for yourself and whose companionship you seek in the bubble caverns. A woman gives advice to new Antheans. Her eyes are cubes of salt. She speaks of going sharp as a numbness and as an awakening, as the loss of sensation and beginning of insight. Some Antheans use other metaphors: clarity, dryness, regularity, and structure. So cultivate the capability for sharpness. It isn't easy to go sharp as the Antheans do, but most who come here find themselves desiring the condition sooner or later. Cultivate the capacity for sharpness through chemical means. Old logbooks record the preparation of minerals and salts that helps the body convert. It is untested. So we have an unread log. We'd need some mutasalt and something else. Go sharp in the spleen. So surrender your capacity for anger. Join the society of diplomats, saints, and cold-blooded tyrants. Alright. Go sharp in the liver. Take on a proud indifference to toxins. Fraternize with spies, assassins, professional poisoners, and those who need to survive on strange diets. Let your lungs become a chamber of crystal. Flourish in the groin. Undergo accumulation of the tongue. Mineralize your skeleton. Let your skin be clear as water and hard as armor. Or cut away all our sharpness. Yeah, let's leave this for now. We can come back. Well, that was fun. Let's leave that there and move on. Cool. We need to go to Polythreme. Okay, that's Anther. Good to know. If that's the way to become immortal, I'm not really that convinced I like it. I don't want to be a crystal skeleton forever. Alright, swirly thing. I forget what... All these swirly things are different. Oh, wow. Is that a sea monster? Ooh, okay. Oh, hello. Ow. Well, our weapons work underwater. That's good enough for me. 20 damage, 20 damage. Use the rat. 20 damage again. But he's gone now. Okay, cool. That cost us some damage. You've defeated a Neither. It will stop wriggling soon. Soon? Any moment now. Send crew into the carrion slick. The body is liquefying and spreading. Soon it will be nothing but a swirl of shadowed water. If you want to search the remains, you must act now. This is going to lose his crew, but it is. Damn. The bends. Of course, there's no way that you could actually hear the shouts. Not through the airlock, the hull, the yards of water. Never mind the crew members who swore they could hear every shriek and whimper of the divers you sent out into the corpse water. And besides, from what you saw, there wasn't time for screaming. The dark slick gathered around their diving suits, enfolding them like a cloak. You glimpsed one terror-contorted face through the glass of their helmet as they were bundled up in darkness. And then it was over. Only a little flotsam remained. The water was clear, as though the Neither had never been. We lost True, but we did gain 4 Scintillac. Alright. And we just picked up something from the sonar. I guess it was that. Something to the southwest. Is this another thing? Do we avoid it? Is it moving? Oh, maybe you don't know what it is until you see it? Boundling. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Ooh. A dragon in the sea. Can we escape this thing? Maybe. Well, let's see if we can back it off. Oh, it didn't quite get us. It didn't quite make it. Ooh, more damage. One more, one more, one more. Yes. What on earth is that? Didn't even see that. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get this. We need to resurface. Wow, where did that come from? You have defeated a boundling. It looks like a little bound shark. A corpse. Its corpse is a mound of twisted metal and flesh. Its mottled skin further marred by the gaping rends inflicted by your weapons. We'll carve it up for provisions. It does, after all, resemble tuna. An oversized tuna stuffed into a knot of metal. Yeah, we'll take that, because we're out of supplies. 3 supplies, 3 trophies, and an unprepossessing mass. Oh, whatever this then is. Thousands. Sea Story 4 Terror. Yeah, okay. And surface. Before the oxygen runs out. Yikes. And where are we? We're at Polythreme! Goodness for that. Hi, Polythreme. What was that massive mouth there? There's some sort of port there at least. Wowzer. Polythreme, here is screaming. Collect the cheery man's cargo. 1,000 echoes. Do the business. Yeah. Gather intelligence. Thank you. Yeah, we're not... should we take the claymen? We could do. I'm quite tempted to take this, actually. We are clay. A little bit of extra engine power and extra iron. Sure. We put this in auxiliary. There we go. What to do? What to do? I should have got that zoop. I wanted to get that zoop to give to the merchant venturer. That's what I should have done. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get some... Can I get some supplies here? 2 supplies. No, I can't get supplies here. Maybe I need to go back and get supplies, actually. I want to dock with this thing. Right, I'm going to dock with this thing. I'm going to go back up to Mount Palmerston, get supplies, and I'm going to come around here and fight some lifebergs and get our terror down. Stop by Stothard's Haven, I think. That's a plan. No. Come on. Can we dive? Yep, we can. Yeah. Your sonar has picked up an underwater settlement a long way to the northwest. Yeah, what's this giant mouth thing? Nook. The edge of Nook, a gap in this colossal sea monster's throat, has been forced open with thick heart metal beams. They strain under the pressure, but hold. As you pass through, your submarine lights pass over a message carved in a floating piece of some unfortunate's hull. Beyond is Nook, beyond is freedom, beyond is... the rest is scratched out. Water presses against the airlock door. The breathing and slithering of the beast gives it the rhythm of a drumbeat. Yeah, let's go. You don your heavy diving suit and give the order to cycle the airlock. Water rushes in and you begin the slow swim down into the port. It soon becomes obvious that you are overdressed for the occasion. The people of Nook swim and breathe in the cloudy moor water with no apparent discomfort. Most are naked, with just a few clad in rotten rags that stream from their skin with no concern for modesty. None will communicate with you, if they even can. Those who acknowledge your presence just laugh silently at your bulky suit and unnecessary air hose. You'll need a different approach. Same thing again? Oh, okay. I went down again. At least you're unlikely to run into anyone you know. You undress. Every button, every stitch. The door opens. Ice-cold water rushes upwards. Instinct holds your mouth shut. 10 seconds. 20 seconds. Your lungs burn, holding in that last gulp of air. Your legs thrash. You can't hold it in. It escapes. You're choking on water. It forces its way into your lungs, the taste of burning salt, suffocating every attempt to gasp, to scream, or... Then, through the exhaustion and panic, you realise you're breathing. It's hard work. Your lungs fight against the weight, but it's enough. You can tolerate it, at least for now. The liberal application of wine will make this process easier. In future, bring a cask. Wow. The beast quivers with distaste at your trespass. The waves are flecked with light. Nook, a taste for freedom, is now 3. Tolerance for Nook water is now 3. There we go. Wow, we're in. Maybe there's something about the water. Maybe it's highly oxygenated or something. A torn, pinned back cavity in the flesh wall offers access to the city's monstrous host. Razor-sharp teeth the size of buildings jut from fatty, garnet-red flesh. Many teeth have been quarried out into homes, barricaded by scraps of wood from shipwrecks. Swim upwards to the Great Moor. Attempt to mingle with the Nook folk. Compile a port report. Take from the weak. Return to the submarine or swim down. So each of these requires us to have a tolerance for Nook water. So we've got 3. Anything we do will cost us 1. Let's get our port report. That's standard, right? No one here has anything to hide. Actually, no one here is hiding anything at all. A logistical issue. No pen. Of course, you'll just have to record what you remember when you're back in the submarine. So we've got a port report. We lost 1 tolerance. We gained a taste of freedom. So we get 1 more maybe? Let's attempt to mingle with the Nook folk. They may be friendlier now that you're fashionably undressed. Lost in freedom. They acknowledge your presence, but little more. Most shrink back, assuming you mean harm. Others deliberately swim just above you in a crude attempt at intimidation. They carry bone knives or tooth-tipped spears. A few gesture to you in welcome? Invitation? It is unclear. The slightly glutinous water makes speech impossible, so the natives have developed a language of signs. You can interpret the most basic. A finger pulled across the throat, for example, is one of the more polite invitations to depart. Okay. We lost one, tolerance, and we've got one more taste of freedom. Maybe this is the one we have to use to get back to the submarine. Return to the submarine. Better not leave the crew waiting too long. You swim into the airlock and alert the crew. Air flows in. You retch the last of the nook water from your lungs. Air again. How refreshing. The crew salutes you as you pass. Good. All is well. Anything that happened in Nook shall remain in Nook. That's all for now. Cool. Yeah. So we can't go back just yet. We need to bring some mushroom wine with us next time. We can shop though. We can buy supplies for 20. That's London prices. That's good. A scattering assembly of traders, smugglers and shoppers. Cool. Yeah, let's buy supplies. That's a good price. And fuel's not bad either. That's not bad at all. Yeah, okay, 10 of each. That's back to where we need to be. Running low on cash, though. We need to return to London to sell some of all this stuff and sort of reset ourselves. Okay, that'll be our next episode, I think. We need to start heading back to London. Thank you for watching. If you've liked the video, please do leave a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I will see you in the next episode. I'm Agathis. I'm going offline, and I'll see you next time.